All right, guys. Up next, we have our sports correspondents. Hey, JJ, what's going on out there in the sports world?
Hey, welcome back, Crank Sports fans. Here we are with some scores from around the league from yesterday. We had the Bills playing in the snow. They rallied and played a tough one and knocked off the Bengals 39-34. Then the Titans and the Browns, they also was in the snow. But it was a great game up there. The young rookie quarterback set some records where he threw for 300. Shador Sanders threw for 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he ran one. He accounted for 4 touchdowns, but it still wasn't enough against the number 1 pick in the draft. It was a great fight, but at the end, the Titans pulled it off over the Browns 31-29. Then we had the Dolphins and the Jets. The Dolphins 34, the Jets 10. They're officially eliminated. The Seahawks 37, the Falcons 9. You had the Packers and the Bears. That was a good one. The Packers beat the Bears 28-21 to take over the NFC North with a late interception. Then you had the Saints in Tampa Bay. The Saints upset Tampa Bay 24-20. The Vikings, boy, they put a whooping on the Commanders. They shut the Commanders out 31-0. Wow. Then the Broncos, they're on a 10-game winning streak up there in Denver. They beat the Raiders 24-17. And that was a great game up there. That was our late night game. And I got 3 quick scores from around college this weekend. You had Indiana, number 1 Ohio State played number 2 Indiana, And Indiana beat Ohio State 13-10. Then we had Duke playing for the ACC divisional game. Duke and Virginia. Duke beat Virginia 27-10. And the one everybody wanted to know about was Georgia and Alabama. Georgia put it on Alabama. Georgia beat them 28-7. That'll be it. Thank you, fans.
So before we leave off of football, did you hear anything about Shakur and how they're trying to call for like the coach's resignation because he keeps pulling them from the game?
Of course. Well, you know, it looks almost like the coach is trying to sabotage Shador. It looks like he don't want him to be there and make the main plays that would come back and win the game, and everybody look at the quarterback. And it seems almost like he do it over and over. So regardless what the fans saying, how people feel about it, he makes the call. He makes that's his decision. And a lot of Cleveland Brown fans is very upset with him, and they calling for that man to be fired. But, I don't want anybody to lose their employment. But that man, he needs to rethink and reevaluate his situation, because it looks like Shador is what they've been looking for. They've been looking for a good quarterback. He went out there yesterday. Not only did he prove that he's a fighter, but he proved that he can come back from a game, and that shows that he's never out of the game. He always believed he can win until that final clock. But with Kevin Stefanski, the coach of the Cleveland Browns, it seemed like he always had something against Shador from when they drafted him, because he didn't want to draft him. It wasn't Dylan Gabriel was his draft, and he always put Dylan and every other quarterback in front of Shador, but he'll tell the media that he's developing him and bringing him along. But Shador, he never even got a chance to get any reps with the ones before they threw him in that game, that late game. And that'll let you know that, Kevin Stefanski, he needs to take a setback and realize, do we really want his job, or do we want this team to win, or is he going to let his pride stay in the way? Because it seems like it's his pride that's causing him to pull this kid, man, at times that let the kid show what he got. If you want to see what your future is and you want to know if you want to save our picks for something else to add to the team or we still need a quarterback, then let's see what we got in the house. And Chador is showing him that he's him, man. Chador is him. But the coaching staff, they just not getting behind him. And Stefanski, he's going to find himself in more hot water than anything because this kid went out there yesterday and he went up against the guy that was the number 1 draft. He went 144 in the draft in the 5th round. And the kid he played against yesterday went number 1. And he outdo that dude. He showed him why he should have been the number 1.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate you giving us that Crank Radio Sports Update.
All right. We out.